This is the book of Psalm, chapter 60, verse 8. Moab is my washpot. Over Edom will I cast out my shoe. Philistia, triumph thou because of me. Verse 9. Who will bring me into the strong city? Who will lead me into Edom? Brakat the Yahweh, Brakat the Yahweh Shai. Brakat the Yahweh, Brakat the Yahweh Shai. Yahweh is the name who the world ignorantly calls God. And Yahweh Shai is his son, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. First and foremost, I want to give all praises and all glory to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rakah, Quadash. Double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone, who rule well and taught us this truth. They are the true teachers for the nation of Israel on earth today. And citation to the Akim out there pushing this truth and sincerity throughout the four corners of the earth and risking their life for Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai's sake. I'm Brother Samak from the GMS Miami camp. And yes, the reason why I brought out the book of Psalm, chapter 60, verse 8 through 9. Let me clarify. Yep, 68 through 9. Is that what you're reading in front of your screen. It reads, "Let us meet in the sky. China boasts U.S. Air Force should fear new arsenal." Right. And this is the Lord setting up these nations, all right, to go against Babylon the Great, America, okay, which is ruled and governed by the Edomites. This is the chief house of their power source, okay? And that's why I brought out the book of Psalm, chapter 60, verse 8 through 9, because this is the Lord doing it, all right? This is his movie. And it's an exciting movie. And you got to be excited when you see articles like this. By the way, when you go into the word washpot, get into the Hebrew, it's sayar, right? Which means pot of temple. But here it's the point. Thorn, hook, briar, okay? A hook, fish hook, okay? And that's what the Lord is doing by having these Moabites, okay, putting a hook into America, all right, where America's now scrambling. They're now seeing that China's is stronger, okay, and more powerful than ever before. It's to a point that, let me give you another article. America had to create a war game using warplanes that they haven't even built just to see if they could beat China in 2030. Using warplanes that they haven't built. Yeah, you can read this article. Hell, I'll read it for you. It says the U.S. Air Force repelled the Chinese invasion of Taiwan during a massive war game last fall by relying on drones acting as a sensing grid. An advanced 6th generation fighter jet able to penetrate the most contested environments, cargo planes dropping pallets of guided munitions and other novel technologies yet unseen on the modern battlefield. But the service's success was ultimately Pyrrhic. What the fuck is this word? Let's look this word up. Pyrrhic. One at too great of a cost to have been worthwhile for the victor. Oh. After much loss of life and equipment, the U.S. military was able to prevent a total takeover of Taiwan by confining Chinese forces to a single area. Okay, but here's the point. Furthermore, the Air Force that fought in the simulated conflict isn't one that exists today. So Esau is creating a figment of his imagination. You don't even have these planes built, you idiot. But yet you're going to do these war games, and that's how you know we're at the end, because just look at it in a strategic for China to strike now. You think the Chinese are going to allow you to build these new planes? Hell fucking no. Okay, they're going to strike now, okay, with the Russians. And I got an article to show you that the Russians are willing to strike right now. Furthermore, the Air Force that fought in the simulated conflict isn't one that exists today, nor is it one the service is seemingly on a path to realize. While legacy planes like the B-52 bomber and newer ones like the F-35 Joint Strike Fighter played a role, many key technologies featured during the exercise are not in production or even planned for development by the service. So this was a figment war game, all right? And you lost a lot of money, and you lost a lot of servicemen and women in this war game that you're trying to predict may happen in 2030, which of course is not, because the Lord is moving fast. Can you see now? The Lord is moving really fast. So you Edomites are scrambling. That's why this whole budget shit, you have to pass it, okay? Because you need the money, all right? Oh, and by the way, if you thought that they were going to default on this budget, you know, you gotta really be paying attention. The Senate and the Congress are heavily invested in Wall Street. They are not going to allow their stocks, all right, to tank if they allow this default to happen, all right? So best believe Wall Street will be running, the military will still be spending, okay? Just throwing that out there, all right? The Senate and Congress, all right, and Biden and friends have money heavily invested in Wall Street. They're not going to allow their stocks to tank. That's for another topic. Anyway, let's read this. So let us meet in the sky. China boasts U.S. Air Force should fear a new arsenal. But why did the Chinese say this? Because America's pump, Babylon's pride. America should fear China's growing military might, a senior Chinese Air Force official boasted, ominously inviting the U.S. counterparts to a meeting in the sky, right, meaning air combat, okay? Your warplanes against our warplanes. The grim warning from People's Liberation Army Deputy Air Force Commander Wang Wei was an apparent response to U.S. Air Force Secretary Frank Kendall's pledge last month to develop weapons that scare China. Right, this proud-ass devil Edomite was like, last month, we got to develop weapons that would scare China. So that's why China came with this response. Wang said China, which is becoming increasingly belligerent in the Indo-Pacific region, is rolling out fearsome weapons of its own. I can only say, if they are not scared, let us meet in the sky, Wang said at a recent air show. Wang's boast extended from his own military branch to China's Navy, right? Because China is hella strong, okay? And that's why you have articles like this. Threats from Russia more immediate. Let's look up that word immediate, you know? So always look up words. Occurring or done at once. Instant. Instantaneously on the spot. Prompt, swift, speedy, rapid, quick. Sudden. That's right. And that's how you know the Russians are going to launch the attack on Babylon the Great. And China, who's allies with Russia, which America now says, but threats from China greater because China's, okay, has now a heavily powerful military, will follow Russia, as well as Iran and your allies. We'll get to that. You know what? Let me bring out another Bible scripture, because this is what you're clearly seeing happening right now. Revelation 16:12. And the sixth angel poured out his vial upon the great river Euphrates. That's why the great river Euphrates is dried up. Google it. It's been reported by mainstream media now. And the water thereof was dried up. There it is. Okay? And the way of the kings of the east might be prepared. Okay? And they're being prepared. You see? See? Exhibit A. See? You know? The war games. Okay? That's why America's doing the war games. All right? Exhibit B. Exhibit C. Okay? There you go. Because that's what's coming. Now, let's get to Jeremiah. You know, before I go into this, let's look at your allies. Because even your allies are going to go against you. Now, this is from The Economist. Do you know who has share in The Economist? Okay? The Rothschild family. Right. They own part of this company. We'll look into it, maybe I'm making it up. Let's go to ownership, right? The A special shares are held by individual shareholders, including the Cadbury Leighton Rothschild, German financier. He founded the Rothschild banking house in Frankfurt at the end of the 19th century and was financial advisor to the Landgrave of Hesse. His 5 sons all entered banking. Amschel Mayer Rothschild. Well, thank you so much, Apple, for this dictionary. I really appreciate it. So yeah, scriptures talk about they make their own tongue fall upon themselves. So the Rothschilds, which have shares in The Economist, okay, part owners in it, are allowing articles to be written like this because what are they telling, okay, their friends, all right, and partners? We're done with America, all right, period. And that's why they wrote articles like this. France, humiliation by America will have lasting effects. You damn Skippy, all right. Snubbed over subs, President Emmanuel Macron is even keener to build up European autonomy. Let's look up what the word autonomy is. It's time to look up words today. The right or condition of self-government, meaning they don't want to have to do with America anymore. They want to be able to self-govern themselves. All right. This is, hey, let's get it in. Revelation 17. The prophecies are speaking. This is why it's high time to wake up out of sleep. Salvation is near. Okay? We're almost out of here. The Lord is, all right, has already set the chess pieces in motion for that America to be destroyed so we can get up out of here. Okay? And America has to be destroyed. All we're waiting on is for the digital all. That's it. Revelation 17 and 15. And he said unto me, the waters which thou sawest, where the whore sitteth, are peoples, multitudes, and nations and tongues. Talk about Babylon the Great, America. 16. And the 10 horns, which is the European Union, okay, which thou sawest upon the beast, right? The beast is NATO, and who also is part of NATO? You have Turkey, that's part of NATO. Okay, you have Canada, that's part of NATO. They're not part of the 10 horns, but they're part of NATO. Okay, they're all connected with each other in this military. These shall hate the whore, and shall make her desolate and naked, and shall eat her flesh and burn her with fire. Why is that? Because here's the point. 17. For the Most High Power, Yahweh, have put in their hearts to fulfill his will. Right, this is the Lord's movie. This is the Lord doing. Okay? He's getting these nations, your enemies and your allies, all right, to come against you, America, Babylon the Great. For the Most High Power Yahweh have put in their hearts to fulfill his will and to agree and give their kingdom unto the beast until the words of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai shall be fulfilled. So this will happen because it's prophesied to happen. The Lord is bound by his words. You get it? 18. And the woman which thou sawest is that great city which reigneth over the kings of the earth. Wait a minute. Who's that great city? Okay? Which is also known as the whore. Revelation 14 and 8. And there followed another angel saying, Babylon is fallen, that great city, because she made all nations drink of the wine of the wrath of her fornication. So this is talking about America. Okay? You're through. Last one. And I'm going to read this with passion, okay, with excitement, because clearly Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, all right, has set, all right, your destiny in motion, America, which is destruction, okay? You are not getting out of this, all right? This is a burden upon you, okay? Jeremiah 50 and 22. A sound of battles in the land and of great destruction. 23. How is the hammer of the whole earth cut asunder and broken? How is Babylon become a desolation among the nations? Exhibit A, Exhibit B, Exhibit C, Exhibit E. Yeah, man, it's going down. 24. I have laid a snare for thee, and thou art also taken, O Babylon, and thou wast not aware. Right, these people in America are not aware what the Lord is doing, okay, behind the scenes. But the prophets are aware, the elect, and of course, okay, the super elite. That's why they built their bunkers outside of America. They didn't build their bunkers in America. They built their bunkers outside of America because the devil knows he has a short time. That's the elite. That's the Illuminati. Continuing on. Thou art found and also caught because thou hast striven against the Lord. Right. You've lied on the Bible. You said the Lord is a so-called white man. You said the Lord's chosen people are Caucasian, which is a bold-faced lie. The Lord's chosen are the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American, and the Israelite foreigners that are scattered among the nations that look like the other nations. And more specifically, the tribe of Judah are the so-called Negroes. Those are the real Jews. And you lied, America. That's why your ass is about to get fried with fire. Okay? Yeah, man, it's going down. 25. The Lord hath opened his armory and hath brought forth the weapons of his indignation, meaning righteous hatred. For this is the work of the Lord God of hosts in the land of the Chaldees. 26. Come against her from the uttermost border. Open her storehouses. Cast her up as heaps and destroy her utterly. Let nothing of her be left. That's how we know America is going to be destroyed by fire. Okay? And this goes according to Isaiah 13, starting at the 17th verse on down, where it just shows how because of these nuclear weapons that are going to give this place fire, there's going to be nothing left. No human being that's walking in America will be found in that day. Okay? The buildings will be gone. Okay? This place will be just a monument of why you shouldn't go against the creator of heaven and earth. Okay? 27. Slay all her bullocks. Let them go down to the slaughter. Woe unto them, for their day is come, the time of their visitation. 28. The voice of them that flee and escape of the land of Babylon, to declare in Zion the vengeance of the Lord of our God, the vengeance of his temple. Right. This is the Lord's vengeance. When did this happen, vocab? When did this happen, you so-called Christians? Okay? 29. Call together the archers, talking about nuclear weapons, against Babylon. All ye that bend the bow, camp against it round about. Let none thereof escape. Recompense her according to her work, according to all that she hath done. Do unto her, for she hath been proud against the Lord, against the Holy One of Israel. That's why you're going to get your judgment. Because you've been proud against the Holy One of Israel, the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Okay? You're through. And this is confirmation that you're through. Babylon the Great. We are almost out of here. Oh, wait, now it's a digital. Oh, get ready for dark winter, you scums walking in America. The Lord's going to break your spirit before he hits you with a nuke. And with that, I want to give all praise and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashim, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashim, Rakak Wadash. Double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone who rule well and taught us this truth. They are the true teachers for the nation of Israel on earth today. And salutation to the Akim out there pushing this truth and sincerity throughout the four corners of the earth and risking their life for Yahweh, Ba'ashim, Yahweh Shai's sake. Love you, brothers. Keep enduring. Keep the faith. Keep pushing. Keep fighting. We're almost out of here. Let's keep going. To the few sisters that are watching, keep studying. Keep praying. Make sure you have your head covered when you pray. Shalom and Abad Babal. Shalom.